Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to film, this is going to be a shorter video, actually an introduction to a series, because I am going to be starting some new medication for anxiety and depression, and I thought I would just document kind of the process of me taking this medication and if it's helping me feel better or not, and just kind of give you guys basically like a first-hand account of the process. And so if you're new to this channel, then I'll give you a little background information on why I'm starting this medication. So I am a two-time cancer survivor. I was first diagnosed when I was 21 with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and then a year later I was re-diagnosed when I relapsed with gray zone lymphoma, which is a mutated form of blood cancer. And I went through 2 years of treatment, including a stem cell transplant using my own stem cells. So as I was going through my cancer treatment, I experienced a lot of different side effects that I have still continued to experience now into my recovery and my survivorship. And one of those things that has happened is I have become depressed and have a lot of anxiety about pretty much everything in my life. My depression and anxiety kind of comes in waves, so there will be some months where we're doing really well, feel like I'm getting to like a really good consistency in like my routine in my life, and then all of a sudden something will happen, my brain will just switch, and then I'll sink into a depression and become really anxious about everything. And the anxiety itself is kind of consistently always in my life, but the depression is more in waves. When I was in my first 2 years of recovery, my depression was really bad. I pretty much didn't leave the house. I covered up all the mirrors in my room. I hated the way I looked and how I felt about myself after going through my cancer treatments, and I have kind of been able to build myself up to a point where I am pretty comfortable with who I am now and my life and all of those things. But I still struggle a lot with anxiety, not so much about my cancer returning, but more of the things that now I have to deal with in my life because of cancer, as well as just life anxiety in general. I do see a therapist through the Princess Margaret Cancer Center. I was referred to basically a cancer therapist, and I was seeing someone for a few years, maybe 2 years, and then recently I have switched to a new therapist because my old one actually has changed career paths a little bit. And so when I went to see this new one, I was, giving the basic introduction. That's what you kind of do on the first time you go to therapy. And I told her I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and we went through it all, and she thinks that it would be a good idea for me to try medication. I could potentially have a happier life, basically. The medication, from what we talked about, was more for the anxiety part. So I have a really overactive mind, and my thoughts are continuous, and I think about things all the time that really have no relevance to what I'm doing in my life right now and stuff like that. And so it keeps me up a lot at night. I have a lot of anxiety about like just relationships with people and even friends and family. And this medication, or going on some kind of medication, is hopefully going to help just kind of chill me a little bit so I'm not so anxious about everything all the time, and then hopefully also make my depression a little bit less like this. Today is the first day that I started this medication, and so I basically just wanted to make this video to kind of document my journey through dealing with my anxiety and depression after cancer. So I thought, let's just start a series on it, and I'll probably do it weekly. I thought it would be a good experience to kind of document for other people who might be dealing with the same things I am and want to try medication. And so speaking of medication, the one that I'm taking is called venlafaxine. I don't really love taking too many medications. I'm much more of a natural, find a solution for it through like food and exercise and natural supplements, but I do realize that sometimes you can't treat everything with that, and I do just want to be happy and not anxious about every single thing in my life anymore. I wanted to read you guys a couple of the side effects that this medication is supposed to have, so that when I am on it and talking to you about it, you can kind of maybe know what to expect. What my therapist said here, I'm just going to read read you what it says, is that in most people, or in some people, it can affect your sleep and can cause insomnia for about 10 days. And if you feel that your body is adjusting to the side effects by 10 days, then we basically would increase the dose because it means that I'm okay with it. And then some other possible side effects that are more common that they hear about from patients are nausea, diarrhea or constipation, sometimes vomiting, dizziness, headache, or an internal feeling of restlessness or increased heartbeat. Sleeping issues, already have those. Dry mouth, consistently have, or increased sweating. Well, those won't be a problem because I already suffer from all those things. And then it also says that this medication can cause a change in blood pressure and can also interfere with your sex drive and sexual function, as all antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications can do. And then she also says many people don't notice many of these side effects, but she likes to let her patients know what they are, so that if this is not normal for them and then they experience whatever side effect that I just mentioned, then you can make a note of it and maybe change the dosage or try a different form of medication. This is the first anti-anxiety and depression medication I've ever taken in my life. Don't really know how I'll react. So far, I feel okay. I took it about an hour ago and nothing's happened so far. I am gonna try and take it in the afternoons, maybe around like 2 or 3 p.m. I haven't decided yet, so that way when I do go to bed, hopefully I can still be pretty like chill and mellow. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to kind of give an introduction to this and say that I want to make this into a little series for other cancer survivors or patients, or even people who don't have cancer and suffer from anxiety and depression, just to kind of share my story with you guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Definitely give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this video and you're excited to see the series. And if there's something that you really want me to talk about or mention in this series, then please leave me a comment below and I'll definitely address it in the next video. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. I'm gonna go hit the pool and relax and read a book, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.